Brothers and sisters, welcome all to the 2025 ABC Kickoff event and annual awards show. I'm so excited that each and every one of you thought enough to come out to be a part of this experience. Thank you so much. And as you know, if you've been paying attention, we are celebrating something very, very special. We have been rocking like this for 20 years. Sustainability is the principal thing. And our organization was built to last. We've laid a rock-solid foundation, and we're always going to be here to represent for our community. And so this show has to move right along. And I want to quickly, without a whole lot of delay and all kinds of stuff that I could say, but you need to hear from a brother who had a vision. I like to say, it was all a dream. And I don't know if he was sitting at the kitchen table or the dining room table or whatever, filling out paperwork to create a nonprofit organization that he branded the Atlanta Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. But 20 years ago this month, January 2005, my brother, like no other, Mr. Michael T. Hill, founder, visionary, president emeritus of what you know today as the Atlanta Black Chambers. Have a seat, brother. We won't be able to talk long, but I know you know how to make it count. And this is actually rare because Michael doesn't do this often. So everybody's recording. We got this, Miguel, you got this thing recorded because we need this footage. So, Michael, what inspired you to say, way back when we both were younger, to say like, yo, I'm gonna start a Black Chamber of Commerce in Atlanta, man. That's a bold move, brother. I mean, well, like, what's up?
Yeah, that's an interesting story. And what's interesting about it is that it was due to what was happening politically at that time. You had the Al Gore race and George Bush race that was going on, the Chads and so forth, and the Supreme Court making a decision that they were going to move forward. You had Generation X for the first time really engaged in the political process. You know, we had the vote or die and so forth, and you had those different transitions of the boomers and the Xers getting engaged and resources getting into the community. I was a part of the Rainbow Push Jesse Jackson Rising Leaders, and I think back that we was having a conversation with him, and he was talking about, you know, what we should be doing as a generation, and we was trying to explain to him the influence of hip hop, and he was just like, he wasn't hearing that, you know. So after the election and the disappointment that our community was experiencing, and I was kind of disappointed too, feeling like something was stolen from us in terms of an election, I was laying on my couch, I was like, okay, we had this energy, you know, at that time around the election, what can bring us back together? And I said, do I get back involved, active with the fraternity? Politics. Do I get involved with the NAACP? Politics. Do I get back active in my various member-based organization? Politics. You know, everybody was just kind of in a fog. I said, what can we unite around as a people? What's the solution for us? It's economics. And I started examining different organizations and groups. I reached out to the National Black Chamber, which was the only chamber at that time before the U.S. Chamber was conceived, and didn't get a call back. Reached out to the Georgia Black Chamber. You remember that. back in the day and didn't get a call back. And I started researching the power chambers, the Georgia chamber, the Metro Atlanta chamber, the Gwinnett chamber, the Cobb chamber, and started going to their events. And I started researching them. I said, we need to do this for our community. We need a black chamber. Although we had other business groups and so forth, and we were the youngest cats on the scene at that time too. So that was kind of where it spurred from. And I wanted to be different from a chamber. I said, you know, I got the business part, but we as a community culturally approach things differently. You know, we got to have a business focus, but we also have to have a community focus. And we also have to be about policy. And I sat down with my mentor, Joe Johnson, at that time. I said, I want to create this organization. And he was breaking it down like your structure needs to be, you need to have a 501c3, 501c4, 501c6, so you can feel those nuggets of business, community, and government. So I'll stop right there.
Excellent. Excellent. And again, you know, what you know today as the almighty ABC was conceived in the mind of this brother. So were it not for him, I would not be here, having done a lot of great things over the past several years. What do you want the audience to know about, you know, the work that you're doing, you know, what you stand for? Just, I want to give you an opportunity to say what you want to say before we proceed.
I just want to thank every single one of you guys that's in the room. You are my vision fulfilled. That's really what I want to say, and I'm very grateful of it. One, I want to acknowledge my wife, because and my wife, I'm acting like her and I'm about to tear up. I'm going to share some personal stuff with you guys that she supported me through this journey of wanting to do this at the financial sacrifice of our household. I'm going to say that again. At the financial sacrifice of our household. And as I mentor chambers and organizations and nonprofits today, and people call and want to start organizations such as this, I'm always sizing them up in terms of their motivation. So you're trying to start a chamber to make money? You ain't gonna make no money for 3 years, I'm gonna tell you that. You trying to start a chamber for political reasons because you want a title and you want to leverage this organization to get to the next level? Are you starting an organization because you truly care about our community and want to advance the mission in which these foundations were laid? That's what I'm sizing up with individuals. And so those are the people that I support. But what I do want to say, you guys, is that when I say that you're my dream, imagine, one of the things, when Melvin came into my life, Marquis, I want to tell the story about when Marquis came into my life. That was interesting, too.
We might not have time.
I know. We'll do it on film.
They know.
But I will say this, is that we built this organization. When I came up with business, community, government, and I first presented to the leadership these 20 different committees that were supposed to function to provide a space for everybody to feel a part, to plug into. Well, you're doing too much to it, but look at it now. Melvin, my brother, thank you for filling the dream. Marquis, thank you for being that brother that kept pushing me. Like me, Marquis was like the deacon, you know. I'm trying to keep it moving. Marquis would just make sure everybody was taken care of. Melvin was a different personality. Melvin was just implementation, and we all worked together. But I will say this, is that we built this organization, and this was very important to me, is because we do this as a community a lot. We build a lot of organizations around personalities, and we don't build them around a process. And so I want to say this, you know, when it's time to go, you know your age. what I'm training these new generation of chambers is that when you get to a certain age, we was 35 years old. That was a good age. I was still old enough to respect where I came from, but young enough to still be able to relate to the younger generations. And I knew when to move on. I've done all that I needed to do. 10 years was actually too long. So when they was telling me, do the media, do all this in Melbourne and Marquis, that I'm not a media hog. I ain't trying to be out there like that. I'm about solutions and working behind the scenes. So I want to challenge all of us is that we have to build our organizations around processes and not personalities, because when the personality go, that's it. And we saw that in the mega churches, right? But when you think about the Fortune 500 corporations, you don't know who the CEO of half these companies are, but you know the brand, right? And we have developed a brand, the Atlanta Black Chamber of Commerce.
So we're going to have Miguel Lloyd tee you up for a Chamber Live so the brother can really go deep into some of the things he wants to share, because he is a deep brother. Now, let me demonstrate to everybody. When I hit right, boy, it's on. So he has no idea. Queen Melanie, Dr. Melanie Bell Hill has no idea that I already had everything set up. So, please, welcome to the stage, because she has never been honored the way she's about to be recognized. We have a special recognition award for the wife of Michael T. Hill, Dr. Melanie Bell Hill. Sister, come up here, please.
Girls, come up to stage. Girls.
They had no idea.
Dr. Melanie Bell Hill is a licensed psychologist and the wife of Michael Hill. Her steadfast support of his vision for an organization dedicated to advancing black businesses is a principal reason for the AVC's founding and subsequent success. And she did so while championing her very own small business behavioral management group. Congratulations to Dr. Melanie Bell Hill.
Clean version. Clean version. You see what's behind you? Did you see that? Okay, hey, you the star. You the star, girl.
I didn't know. You guys, these are my daughters who grew up in the chamber. So I know Rose, Joyce.
A husband and a father.
When y'all saw them at the registration tables back in the day, this is my oldest now at Clark Atlanta University, majoring in political science. These are my honor graduates that are coming along in high school, and yeah, I'm just proud of them. Thank you.